Hi, I'm Mike Rooney. We're going to do a free art lesson today on bracketing your values. It's a little system that people have come up with, and it's a way to do values so that they're in stages, and you can figure out what's going to be the shadow side of something if you know what the light side is. So it's just a kind of a formula. Doesn't take the place of actually seeing for sure. You want to look at whatever it is you're trying to paint and paint what you see. But if you're not sure how the values are going to lay out, it's a good way to have at least a starting point. So it's called bracketing, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to mix 5 values down here. Much like on my last lesson I did on values, go back and check that one out. I mixed 5 values of paint using ultramarine blue, orange, and white to make a neutral blue that almost looks black. And what we're going to do is we're going to make 5 of those values up here, and then I'm going to show you how to bracket it. So let's go ahead and mix it. So what you do is you just take a lot of that ultramarine blue and put it down right there and put a little bit of orange in it. Now if you put too much orange in it, it's going to turn brown. So put enough orange in it that, see how this blue it doesn't look that blue anymore. It almost looks real neutral. It looks black almost. Now that's your main pile. That's your big pile. That's going to be your number 5. So I'm going to put all that up here. All right, so there's my number 5. So let's say that I had a little number 5, a block. So there's my number 5. Now what you do is you take some of that number 5 and you add some white to it. Just a little bit of white. Not too much, and you make a number 4. Now you see how that's just a little bit lighter than that one. It should look a little bit lighter. Let's go even a little lighter than that. All right, there's number 4. Now what you do is you take that and you make something that's even lighter than that. It's going to kind of be in between white and this one. So it's going to look like a medium gray. So there's a nice medium gray. There's a medium gray. Now let's add white, even more white to that. So if we take that and add tons of white to it, that's going to be the number 2. So there's number 2. Now of course white paint is going to be number 1. So let's just draw a box so you know. Basically that's a number 1. Okay. So there's a 1, there's a 2, there's a 3, there's a 4, there's a 5. All right. Now, let's go ahead and let me show you how you can bracket something, okay? If a box, let's say I have a white box. All right, there's a white box. How do I want it to go? Like this, okay? This is a white box. Now, the one beside it is going to be let's say a red box. Something maybe that has a little bit darker home color, okay? And then the third one is going to be a black box. So let's go ahead and draw the box on there like that. That's the third box, okay? So we have a light box here, light box. We have a medium color here. That would be red or something like that. It's not white or yellow, and it's also not black. And let's do either a dark blue, or let's call this a black box. So let's say you had them all lined up like that. Okay. One thing you know is that the front, let's say that the light's coming from the top, the very top. The side of the box that would be the whitest or the lightest, the whitest would be this one, right? Because the light's coming from this side. So that's going to be a number 1. So if the top of a light box is number 1, the back of the light box, the shadow side that's not getting any light at all, is going to be a number 3. So let's write number 3. Let's put a number 1 there, a number 3 there. What do you think is going to be in this one if it's getting a little bit of light and it's not getting a lot of light? I mean, it's getting some light but not a lot. Guess what? It's going to be a 2. That's pretty neat to know now, especially if you struggle with values. Like 90% of people in my classes, or 95% of people in the classes, even though they've been painting a long time, they really don't have a grasp of values. It's not taught very much, but I really like to teach values, because if the values are right, everything else will be right. So let's make a number 2 here. All right, so that's a light box. So a light box getting light, not getting too much light, light box and shadow. This is a medium box, okay? A medium box, the light side's going to be a number 2. Okay, so if this is number 2, if you kind of use that formula and expand out on it, what do you think that number's going to be? If that's a 2, if you follow the same, that means you skip 1. So it's 2. If it's 2 here, it's 4 there. 4 in the shadow. What do you think it is right there? Guess what? It's in between. So if it's 2 there, it's 3 on the side here. If this is a black box, the top of this is going to be a number 3, because everything in the light has to be a number 1, a 2, or a 3. So a black box in light is going to be a 3 at the most, or at the darkest. You'll never have something in the light be a number 4, ever. So if this is 3, this is 4, that makes this 5. Now let's paint it real quick, and then you'll see how it works out and how it looks like a white box, a medium box, and a dark box. So let's take white, even though you're not going to see it. Let's paint a white box right there. All right, let's take number 2, and let's paint number 2 right here. All right, so a 2 goes there. Well, guess what? That means a 2 goes here. All right, so we paint 1 there, 1, 2 there. All right, let's paint the 3s. The 3 is right here. So we paint number 3 here. We paint number 3 on the front of the light box, the medium box. All right, so all the 3s are done. Let's see, yeah, 2s. What number am I doing? 3. So number 3 is right here. Now that's the lit up side of a black box. The lit up side of a black box is the same value as a mid shade, or they call it mid-tone, of a medium box. So if that's a number 4. So let's get some 4. Put 4 here and 4 here. Okay? So that tells you that the back of a medium box is the same value as the mid-tone side of a black box. And then of course the last one is number 5. Because guess what? That's a black box in shadow. If you look at that, now let's put a little paint around this so you can see. Let's put a little medium paint around this block so that you can see it. So you can't see that white paint unless something's around it, can you? I love painting with knives because you can basically change colors. You just go like that and you're done. And you get pretty proficient at how to make the shape. How to draw with it. See, I can pretty well get right up on anything that I want to. All right, so there you go. So look how that looks like a white box in the light. This one looks like a medium box, and that looks like a dark box. So by bracketing, having that little formula, if you know what the light side is, then you know what the shadow side is. Or vice versa. If you know it's a black box, you know it's going to be a number 5 on this side. You just jump 2, you skip 2, you go from 5, you skip and go to 3. So the top's going to be a 3, the side's going to be a 5, and this one in between is the mid-tone. So you can do this with round objects, vases, people's faces, anything that's a value. It's a nice little way to have a formula. So I hope that makes values a little bit clearer, and never take the place of looking directly at your object you're painting if you can, but this gives you somewhere to go if you get lost. Hope you enjoyed that free art lesson, and if you'd like to see more of my stuff, go to MikeRooneyStudios.blogspot.com.